Well, I guess I'm plagued. I come across too vague. I'm not seen.
I was asked to perform at a local gig at very short notice, just a few days. I was glad that I didn't get put on first at these gigs I always used to do, and I often do at gigs in general. The act that was going on first, I felt a bit bad that there weren't many people there as we didn't have much time to promote the gig. I was standing at the bar, and then I thought if I move a bit forward, it will look more like he has more of an audience. I made sure I didn't drink any alcohol before I went on, something I used to always do and don't always do when gigs or open mic performances don't seem as important, but I wanted to make sure I didn't drink before I performed this time. Someone at the bar gave me the wrong change. He only gave me about 10 pence change when he was meant to give me about 2.40. And I asked him about this and he gave me an extra pound. I was like, no wait, this is still wrong. And he was like, no wait, and he thought he was right, and I just couldn't be bothered in the end. I was like, whatever. I know venues like the one I was performing at probably don't make that much money usually, so I thought, forget it. The band who were headlining were meant to also go on second. They didn't want to do this, and I was asked to go on second instead. This would mean going on earlier than the time I was booked to perform at. Someone who was coming to watch me could only get there for the time that my set was meant to start, so I didn't want to go on early. I felt proud that I was standing my ground and refusing to be pressured to perform early. I also know that with gigs, it's nearly always the case that the later you go on, the more people are there, so I didn't want to go on earlier than I was told to. When I was performing, I noticed there were a lot more people there and the venue did feel more full, so I felt proud to know that it was still possible to have a good audience with such short notice. Our performance went down really well. I was glad of all the compliments I received, including from the band who performed, the people putting on the gig, and everyone. I even heard someone from the band talk to one of the guys putting on the gig and say he enjoyed my set, so it was nice he wasn't just saying it to me, he was saying it to other people as well. When someone served me at the bar and was telling me how much it was loud enough, it got a bit spit on me. I was actually glad that I wasn't that bothered by it, so that was a good step in me not being as OCD about hygiene as I tend to be. When the band performed at the end of the night, I noticed they weren't as confident as me with their talking between songs. It made me feel better about my confidence and my experience and what I put into talking in between songs, which I'm not always sure about. Seeing the comparison between my talking between songs and the band's talking between songs, it showed me that I have developed what I do.
In the back.